my channel. My name is Rachel Banks, and I plan to bring you beauty to beauty. Okay guys, so this video is going to be a little bit of everything. I am going to be giving you an update on my garden, some of my plans for my fall gardening, and then I want to share with you guys a couple of things that I bought that was recommended by other YouTubers that I absolutely love. So I just wanted to share those items with you. And then I also wanted to talk about or share with you guys a couple of items that I hauled. So I got a new eyeshadow palette, and then I also ordered some new seeds. And then the seeds that I ordered are going to be some of the seeds that I use for my fall gardening, and then some of the seeds I'm going to be saving for next spring. And then in an upcoming video, when we get more in depth into like a tour of the garden and where it is right now, I am going to be talking to you guys about what worked, what didn't work, why it didn't work, and why it did work, you know, just for where I live, and then what I plan to grow next year based off of what I learned from the past couple of years. Just because you have a bad season with something doesn't necessarily mean that you need to dismiss that particular vegetable. But if you have, you know, multiple seasons, you know, with issues with the vegetable, then it may be something to do with your growing season, you know, just the weather patterns from where you live. So I've learned some things, and I'm going to share my lessons learned with you guys. So first things first, I want to talk about something I am super duper excited about, and that is my okra. So this is the first year that I was successfully able to grow okra from seed. Here in Chicago, with a short growing season, we don't have a lot of hot days, and okra, from my understanding, loves the heat. So I was particularly kind of concerned with this year with the late frost, with the not so many extremely hot days, that my okra wouldn't take off. But to my surprise, I planted 2 seeds. Now, mind you, not only did I plant these plants from seed, I sold it right in the garden. So I didn't plant like a seedling out there. I started it right in the garden, and it has really taken, well, not taken off like that. It's not like how you go in the South and they can just pick okra every single day. But I have my first okra growing. So I'm going to share with you some pictures of my first okra, what the okra flower looks like. Now I'm growing, it is the red burgundy okra. So I'm super excited. What I plan to do is I get the okra is to cut it up and freeze it, and I want to use it for my Thanksgiving dinner, because I am under the impression, I know we should be manifesting what we want, and I am manifesting tons and tons of okra. But realistically, with our growing season, the way things are starting to cool down just a tiny bit, I don't expect a lot where I can pickle okra, eat fried okra right in this moment, and save okra for the winter. So what I plan to do is, as I harvest the okra, is to chop it up, put it in Ziploc bags, store it in the freezer, because I would like to use that okra for my Thanksgiving dinner. So in my culture, okra is sometimes served on the side of like collard greens, or and when I cook greens, I use a mixture of collard, mustard, and turnip greens. So you usually either serve it with the greens on the inside, or you serve it on the side. So I'm super excited about that. So I plan on cooking greens from my garden for Thanksgiving, and to have okra too in there that came from my garden is going to be like, I'm so excited, y'all. I mean, I'm just so excited. But that's a huge update for my garden, because I'm just surprised that, you know, when I first saw my first okra flower, I was out there, I was like, oh, and my neighbor was like, what's growing now? And I'm like, my okra got a flower. I was so excited. I made so much noise, my neighbor noticed, okay? That's how excited I was. But anyways, I am going to be saving that okra. I'm going to be storing it in the freezer, and I'm going to use it for Thanksgiving dinner. I'll share that recipe with you when I get ready to cook it. When I when I go out there and harvest my greens, because I plan on growing collard, mustard, and turnip greens, because I like to do a mixture when I cook my greens, and I am going to have okra with it from my garden. So I'm super excited. And then in addition to that, my tomatoes have been doing amazing for me. Now, it's people that can go out there and they can harvest like hundreds of pounds of tomatoes weekly, daily. However, we only have a few tomato plants here. Our growing season is extremely short. We had a late frost well after Mother's Day. So for the growing conditions, my tomato plants are doing extremely well. Not to mention, I have them growing in a very shaded area because I have them growing in my backyard that has tons of trees that my neighbors have that's kind of like, you know, overlapping into my yard. So it's lots and lots of shade, which helps on the really extremely hot days, but it kind of, you know, slows down the growth on the days when it's not so hot, which is majority of the days here in Chicago. But I'm super excited. Like, my tomatoes have showed up and showed out. That's what I was trying to say. They showed up and showed out, and they are tasty. Like, I've been craving them because they're so good. So I take them, I slice them up, and I put it with a little bit of sea salt. I can just eat them by themselves. They're so good. And then, like, my cherry tomatoes, I just pop them off, wash them, and then I eat them. And what else been doing? Oh, my zucchinis this year did excellent. So my zucchinis did really well. My cucumbers, my spring cucumbers did not do that well. So it's a few reasons why I know the cucumbers didn't do well, because in all my past growing seasons, my cucumbers are always, you know, like plentiful. I get a lot of cucumbers. But this year, because the frost was so late and I had already planted my cucumbers, it had impacted my cucumber plants to begin with. And then by the time it was like trying to take off, then we had some extremely hot days that impacted it. So I'll get into my fall garden in the upcoming video, but I'm gonna pull those cucumbers out and I'm gonna replace it with some new cucumbers. And then I also replaced my zucchini plants with some new zucchini plants, just because they, you know, they did what they were supposed to do, and they gave us a lot of zucchinis. So we had zucchinis fried, grilled, sauteed, baked, you name it. That's how we ate our zucchini. The only thing we didn't make, which I'll probably save some zucchini for the winter, is zucchini bread, which I do plan on making some zucchini bread or zucchini muffins or something like that. So this next batch of zucchini, I am manifesting that it will produce as many zucchinis as I got this past summer, because it was really good. What else do I want to update you on? My harvest wasn't too bad this year. Nice sized tomatoes for our growing season. The only thing that really didn't take off was like the radishes. And I know I don't know why the radishes didn't take off, to be honest. I don't know if I needed to, thin them down even more, like the ceiling, so it's just like less, or if, I don't know, the weather impacted them. So, with that being said, let's jump into, I know that changed course real quick, but I want to share with you some seeds that I just ordered, because it's going to include some radish seeds. So let's jump into that. I do plan on growing radishes and carrots this spring. In fact, we got a batch of carrots growing now, and I want to do some succession growing with the root vegetables, because I feel like Chicago may be the perfect place to actually grow root vegetables, because, you know, it's pretty cool here. So I got carrots out there now, and then in a couple of weeks we'll put some more seeds out there so that we can get another harvest before the end of our growing season, which our estimated frost date is like in the middle of October. So what is this, August? So we got September and then a little bit into October, and that's just the estimated frost date. Is not guaranteed. So I am hopeful. I'm going to be doing some succession growing, so I'll put some carrot seeds out there so that they can start growing while these other carrots out there are maturing. So I got these seeds from Botanical Interest. Is that the name of the? Let me make sure. Yep. The name of the company is Botanical Interest, and they have this little letter in there that says "Happy Growing." And this is my first time actually ordering seeds from this company. The only other place, or only other couple of places I've ordered seeds from is Cali Kim. I love her seeds. I order seeds from her almost every season. And then Amazon. So like I'll get my marigold seeds, my nasturtium seeds, all of those seeds from Amazon, because you can get a huge pack for little to nothing. Okay. And then the rest of the seeds that I have, which I'll do a video on all the seeds, my seed collection, because I got quite a few seeds now. All of the seeds that I have, for the most part, either came, like I said, from Cali Camp, Amazon, or I actually bought them from the store. So, you know, if I go into my Ace Hardware store, or if I go into like, you know, Lowe's or whatever, and I'll go run by the seed pack to see if they have any seeds on sale. If they do, I'll grab them. Or if I see some seeds that I really want to grow and I haven't seen them before, I'll go ahead and grab them. So let me share with you some of the seeds I got. So right on top, I am seeing some seeds that they sent as a thank you. So the first thing that they sent are these, let's see, this lettuce seed. So I think it's like a mixture of lettuce. So they sent me this as a thank you, which I'm super excited because lettuce did really well this year. We harvested lots of lettuce. We made tons of salad that was really, really good. Nice and fresh. So I'm excited to have received these seeds. Now, I don't think I'm going to do much lettuce growing into the fall, which I know this is like the perfect time to grow lettuce because we already have a lot of kale, not a lot, but enough kale plants for us. We have kale plants that are still producing that we planted in the spring. And then I'm going to be growing greens, and we don't have a huge garden like that where I can, you know, grow lettuce too. So my choices is in terms of like leafy vegetables is going to be the different greens that I had mentioned, and then the kale that we have. So I'll be growing it next spring though. So the next thing that we have in here is something called Beet Golden Boy, and this one is frost tolerant, and it says you have 65 to 70 days of growing. It says sow in early spring or late summer. So it's these seeds right here, which I am going to be planting these in the fall, and it feels like you get quite a bit. And then did I get two? I got two different kinds. So I got the golden beet, and then I got the touchstone gold beet, which is, now this one takes a little bit longer. This one is frost tolerant as well. And so what that means is that even when I get my first frost, they'll still grow. And when I get my first frost, doesn't mean it's gonna be snowing or covered in, you know, ice for days or whatever. We just got our first frost. So I'm going to be planting these beet seeds right here, these touchstone gold beet seeds, and they look very similar to the golden boy beet. So I'm interested in what's the difference between the two, but I love beets. Okay, another thing I'm super excited about growing this fall that I love, and I love it because it was in a lot of books that I read when I was little, and they taste delicious, is parsnips. So I ordered these parsnips, and I looked high and low for parsnips for the fall. And what happened was, because I waited so late into the growing season, like into summer, to try to look for parsnips, they were all sold out. So this was the only company that I saw online when I went and searched that had the parsnip seeds, and that's what prompted me to order all the other seeds. So again, this is from Botanical Interest. So I'm super excited about the parsnip seeds. In fact, that's going to be a part of my succession growing. I'll be growing some parsnips. And then I also got the sugar magnolia peas. And these are sugar snap peas, but the one thing about these that interests me is color. I think you should cook with things that are delicious, colorful, and flavorful. And I wanted to get these because they are purple. So purple sugar snap peas. So imagine me having a fresh salad with my regular sugar snap peas that are green, and then some purple ones, and I like chop them up and put them in the salad. It seems like it'll be so delicious. These are frost tolerant as well. So majority of what I bought are frost tolerant, which means that they can handle our frost. And this one will grow within 70 days. I should be able to harvest within 70 days. Now, the parsnips is 100 to 110 days. It says sow in late spring for fall, winter harvest. Okay, so I might be too late for my parsnips, which is fine. I'll just wait till the next growing season. I may throw a couple out just to see what would happen, because it's 100 to 110 days. This one, it says late summer, so I'll probably put a couple of these out there as well. And then I got these poblano peppers, and let's see, this one is frost sensitive, and I plan on growing these next spring. So these are the poblano pepper seeds, which I love poblano peppers. I just love them. But anyways, I did not grow any poblanos this year. What I grew this year in terms of peppers is jalapeno. I grew sweet banana and a chili pepper, something like that. So I plan on doing some poblano peppers, and then I'm also saving the seeds from the peppers that I grew this year, so I don't have to worry about ordering jalapeno or the sweet banana. Hopefully they'll stay sweet and not get hot, because I have the plants close to each other and they may have cross-pollinated. But anyways, I plan on saving the seeds from the banana peppers and the jalapeno peppers, and then along with the poblano peppers, we'll have enough peppers for next year. Another thing that I was super excited to get is this watermelon radish seed. I love watermelon radish. Not only is it visually pretty when you slice it and put it in salad with like a vinaigrette, so you can still see the vibrant color of the radish, but it's so tasty too. Really, really good. And this one is frost tolerant as well. Okay, so just to tell you a little bit about the radish, it says on here, it's large, mild, and it is very mild. Winter radish looks like a miniature slice of watermelon. And then they showed on here where they sprinkled some black sesame seeds on there so that it can look even more like watermelon. But it's so good, and there's quite a few seeds in here for this particular type of radish. Now, I probably will plant a couple of these, pull up one to eat because I love it, and the other two I'll let them go to seed so I can have even more seeds for next year. And another pack of seeds that I just had to get is this green zebra tomato seeds, and this is what it looks like right here. So the reason why I just had to get this, I got to get it out of my system, right? So I told you my son works for an urban garden place, and they were giving out tomato plants. We got quite a few tomato plants. We got I know I jump subjects, but that's fine. I got a German striped plant. I got a tie-dye tomato plant. I got a can't think of the name of it. I want to call it periwinkle. It's not periwinkle. Oh, goodness gracious. It'll probably be linked down here, but I got that tomato plant, and I got some tomatillo plants. I got what else did we get from them? We got some other things. We got seeds. We got like parsley seeds, just a lot of stuff. But anyways, I was and another cherry tomato plant. So what happened was, I thought I was grabbing the green zebra plant, and I accidentally grabbed a cherry tomato plant. So now I really want to grow a green zebra plant, green zebra tomato plant. So I got some green zebra tomato seeds, and of course I plan on doing this next year. I'm gonna start early next year with my seedlings, so I can have a nice size plant to transfer well after Mother's Day. Not taking no chances. I don't want my plants to suffer next year. But those are the seeds that I got from Botanical Interest. I'm super, super excited. Some of those seeds will be going in the dirt on today. That's how excited I get. It's happening today, okay? Okay, so jumping from garden over to makeup. So beauty to beauty. So beautiful gardens, beautiful sceneries, serene areas that, you know, will bring about happiness. That's the garden. So now let's get into some beauty products. I just bought this palette from Juvia's Place, and it is the Wahala palette, and the translation is drama. So I just took it out the box. I'm super excited. Let me open it. Okay guys, so I gotta open the tape, and of course I can't find my scissors, so I am using my X-Acto knife that I use when I get ready to journal and when I do my planning. Okay. Super excited. I haven't bought a palette in a long time. So, and this was on sale on Juvia's Place website. So that's why I had to get it. Ooh. Okay. So let me open this up so you all can see. So here is the palette. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh. The things I can do with this palette. And my daughter is standing in the back like eyeballing it because although she's only 5, she loves makeup just like her mommy. But look, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, look at these colors. They are so gorgeous. This mustardy color is a color I will simply enjoy. This golden color right here looks gorgeous. Look at this blue. You can see that. Look at that blue. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It's like iridescent. Oh, it's so beautiful. I am obsessed. Look at this. So beautiful. So I'm super excited to try this. Maybe I'll do an eye makeup look on camera. Leave down in the comments if you want to see me use this palette for the first time. And I'll do an eye makeup look with it. Let you know my first impressions of the palette. So I'm super excited about this. And let me see, how many colors do you get? So you get 20 colors. They're very pretty. Oh, I just can't wait. Cannot wait. I'm gonna have to hide this because my daughter is standing back there. She can't wait either. Well, I'm super excited about that. Okay, so I got the hauled items out the way. So now let's jump into a couple of items that I got that I had saw recommended on other YouTube channels. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Botanica air freshener. This one right here, and I ordered this from Target. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells absolutely good. Like, it is good. Like, it's just really good. And I got this recommendation from Helen H. So I love her channel. I subscribe to her channel. You know, I follow her channel, and when she recommended this, and let me tell you something else she recommended, and the reason why I trusted her on this. So she was talking about Autobahn. I think that's how you say it. It's like a cleanser. And this was during a time when you really couldn't find Lysol in the store. I still can't find Lysol in the store. But anyways, it was during a time when you really couldn't find Lysol in the store. And she was talking about she used Autobahn anyway, and how she recommends it. It smells really good. It keeps your house, you know, nice and fresh. So I went to the store, picked it up, sprayed it. Oh my god, fell in love. Now I do not use the eucalyptus one that she recommends. I tried the lavender one first because I love lavender and I absolutely love it. So I said, you know, not only is it cleaning, but it has my house smelling really good. So when she recommended this, I was like, okay, like the last recommendation, let me try this. And she also recommended not only the room spray, but she also recommended the actual Airwick refills, or you know how you put the plug-ins, Airwick plug-ins, which I have. She was talking about how she doesn't like candles as much anymore because she could smell, you know, the nice fragrance from the Airwick plug-ins. So I ordered them. They smell so good. I'm super excited. This is the second recommendation that she made that I absolutely love. So this is it right here. And then last but not least, in terms of items that were recommended. I also follow another YouTuber named Celia DW. I think that's her name. Anyway, she had talked about these cleansing cloths. That's kind of like if you use like exfoliating gloves or the exfoliating sponges. It's similar to that, but it's a cloth. Or in the shape of a cloth. Let me open it so you can see. And so I went on to Amazon. And she was like, you're not clean unless you use this right here. So I was like, well, let me see what she's talking about. Because I love a good exfoliating hand glove. And so I went on there. She talks about how it's long so it can be used, you know, like to exfoliate your whole entire body, including your back. So you don't no longer need like the back brush because you could just stretch this out and use it on your back. And she is absolutely right. So this thing is really long, as you can see, so you can kind of like get behind yourself and, you know, scrub away. I want to say that she said, or maybe it was the reviews. So I read the reviews, and I want to say that somebody said it didn't lather really well. I have not had an issue with lathering. I only use one type of body wash, and that's Dove, because I have sensitive skin, and it lathers really well with this exfoliating cloth. Now, once I'm done, you know, scrubbing my back, then you can fold it up like how she even recommended and wash yourself. And it's not hard to use. So I am like, when I first used it, it was so good that I went and ordered some more just so I can have a backup, just in case I needed a backup. And I use this for myself, and then I have one for my daughter. But I love it, and it's not too harsh for my daughter. She's 5. But it's harsh enough for me because I like a good exfoliating glove. I have sensitive skin, I have dry skin, so I need a good, you know, exfoliation every so often. And it feels kind of rough because it is. You put that soap on there and it's just going to get, you know, any dead skin off. Love it, love it. Okay guys, so I know that this video was all over the place, but I just wanted to give you some updates on the garden, some things I just purchased. I wanted to talk about some things that were recommended that I actually, you know, enjoy and wanted to recommend it to you guys. Hopefully you all really enjoyed this video. Leave down in the comments again if you want to see me try out this Juvia's Place palette and get like my first impressions using it. I have on Juvia's Place right now is some different palettes, and I just have on the eye. I can't wait until winter so I can start back wearing my foundation, but I don't have anything on my face right now. But in the summertime, I like to do my eye, do something to my lip, and then because I sweat or because it'll get oily, I don't really care to wear foundation in the summertime. But I can't wait till winter so I can do a full face, or until it gets cooler. So fall, love fall weather just for that, being able to do a full face and not sweat it off. But anyways, leave down in the comments if you want to see me do that first impression on the Juvia's Place palette. Hopefully you all really enjoyed this video. Look forward to a more in-depth detailed video on my gardening, what went right and what went wrong. Okay, oh yes, please subscribe to my channel. Not only do I want you to subscribe to my channel, but I also want you to click that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. It's Beauty to Beauty over here. We're going to be talking about everything, okay? So make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. And then to all my existing subscribers, I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.